episode 4 of the LS swap, finally. I've been slowly accumulating parts, and I tried making a video when I got the engine mounts, but it wasn't really enough to make a video. But I got pretty much the most important and one of the most expensive pieces of this whole project is the flywheel. So this is an STI flywheel from Clutch Masters, but it has the bolt pattern for the LS on it. There probably was a cheaper way to do this, but I don't know. I just got this. It was really, really expensive, but I know it'll work, and it'll work good. So we can put it. I'm gonna test fit it. I already kind of slid it on there, but I haven't fully bolted it on yet. It's got this extra hole here. I'm not sure why exactly. There is a matching hole here, and there's also a dimple across from it. So I don't know if anyone would comment on this video and tell me why, but I'm probably just going to look it up because I don't know. But either way, we can bolt it on, and it's pretty tight on there, which is good. It being too tight, or being a little tight, is better than it being a little loose. And I'm going to definitely have to get some new flywheel bolts for it. Yeah, you can see if you look down in here, there's still like a little bit of a gap between the...
It's blurry. Sorry.
There you go, yeah. So I might be able to suck it on with the bolts, but these bolts here would have been for a flex plate, not a flywheel. But they do grab, so maybe it's good enough, maybe not. So it's on, it fits perfect, which, I mean, considering how much I spent on it, I'm not surprised. But it fits perfectly. I had to suck it on. I was really careful. I sucked it on as evenly as I could with everything, and it's on there nice and flat. All the bolts are tight. I'm going to double check to see if they're long enough. They might actually be long enough, but I'm going to measure and double check. I have a new set of calipers coming in the mail because these ones are okay, but they're just cheap ones from Princess Auto and the battery's dead. So I thought I'd buy a little bit nicer set just because these ones I've had for a while. But I also bought a couple other parts. Here's the dumbbell or the barbell aluminum one. I'm going to try and put that in today. I bought a 3-bolt cam gear used off Kijiji. It's really dirty and gross, but it was $20. And I'm 99% sure that has a single bolt cam gear, and I'm going to need a 3-bolt, so I bought it. The main thing though that I got from this guy was a Ziploc full of lifters so I can delete the WRX. This was $50, which is a lot better than the $260 before tax and shipping that these would cost. They're a little dirty, but I'll clean them up. I haven't inspected every single one of them, but they look totally fine to me. I'm unfamiliar with these engines, but they are quite dirty and will need to be cleaned thoroughly, but $50, I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna put the barbell in now. So I just got to pull off this back cover. I'm gonna obviously inspect whatever's in there and try and get the old one out. And I heard these things can be a pain in the ass to put in, so I'm hoping that this one isn't. We'll find out.
Do you want this? Okay.
Where's that head? What are you doing?
Nothing.
There's the back of the camshaft. And I'm gonna buy a new gasket for all that. I'll just loosely put this back on until the gasket shows up, but I want to put that barbell in. So it goes right here. Here's the old one. I think I'm going to use a pick to try and get that out. This is all new to me. So I'm not. I don't know, somebody's probably cringing at watching me do this right now.
It's me. Oh, ew.
The yucky plastic one. Do away with that. So for those who don't know, I didn't know recently, and I'm sure a lot of people do know, but this guy, you just saw me pull him out of that hole there, and it's hard to see, but there's different oil galleries that go down through like this main gallery here, and this basically blocks the flow from the oil pump and diverts the oil down through the filter, and then it comes back through another gallery that kind of goes around this. So it keeps the two separate so that it makes sure all the oil goes through the filter. And then this O-ring just keeps it from leaking out into the back cover here. Okay, so it's kind of clean. And I've got a little bit of oil here that will aid in the inserting of it, hopefully. I'm really nervous about this because I've seen a couple people that had a really hard time getting these in. And I think I'm going to be one of those people. Yeah. Somebody's having fun. Hammer-handed it too good.
Are you trying to take it out now?
Yeah.
Why?
It didn't. I'm so. I don't know what the plan is when this happens. I could get a hammer and try and tap it in, but it's not a very strong part. And I can't wiggle it because of that. I gotta. So I've seen people, they take like drill bits and like they just do it by hand, but I really rather not do that. I think I might just take a little hammer and just tap it in. I could just use this hammer that's right here. Make sure there's lots of oil on it. But like worst thing to do is to bend that or break it off in there. I feel okay about that. There was a little tink.
Oh shit. Sorry. No.
There was a little tink halfway in. I don't know if you could hear it on the camera.
No.
But I'm just gonna ignore it and hope for the best. It wasn't very loud, and I was giving it just light taps, so fingers crossed. So I tried making a video on just these, but I didn't like it, so no one ever saw it. But I bought these a while ago. They were like $100 on Amazon. And they're just meant to be welded mounts. They're cheaper than like anything else I found. And I don't remember if they're supposed to go, because they'll fit here or they'll fit here. That's the other side. The other side's the front. And they've got kind of like, the pattern's symmetrical, but this side comes out more and it has a weird, like, I don't really know why any of that is. It fits on every way. I think the other side, it might like dodge the knock sensor sort of, but it doesn't really matter which way you put it on. Anyways, I'm rambling, none of this matters. These were cheap and I can weld them on anything I want and happy with them. They're like red urethane and they're pretty hard, so I hope that it doesn't vibrate my teeth out when I'm driving the car. But we will find out whenever it goes in. Also, I'm getting the aluminum this week to make the adapter plate. So I said in one of the previous episodes, I think, about the back set that the Subaru engine has with the crankshaft versus like the mating surface for the transmission. And it was like, I have it written down over here actually, and yeah, it's 24.5 millimeters, and the LS is essentially flat. I measured 1/4 millimeter, so it works out to being really close to an inch. It's within like a 32nd or like 3/64 or something. So I figured I would just buy 1 inch aluminum plate because I'm not going to be able to find anything else. So I bought it. I should have it this week. And I'm going to I'll obviously start right away laying out the pattern on the plate. And then I'll need to figure out how to drill perfectly square holes with a hand drill. So that'll be fun. But anyways, thanks for watching this episode. This is still happening. I know it has been a while, but it's still happening. I've gotten a lot of parts ready to go. I spent a lot of money, and there's still a lot more money to spend, but this is going to happen. My Subaru, actually the up pipe just cracked almost fully through, and I can't drive the car without suffocating. So I'm kind of focusing a lot of energy on this now. I'm not going to bother buying a new up pipe for that. I already had it repaired once. I'm not going to bother again. It's a pain to get the up pipe out of that thing. And I'm just going to do this. So look out for the next episode.